You know, I don't like to talk politics on this fucking channel. I mean, this is a gaming channel, but this is one of the few times where politics. By the way, if you're watching the video version, I apologize. You're probably wondering what the fuck this shit is that's like dangling on my damn microphone. This is how I troll on PS4 because I don't have like a proper PS4 mic. I use the earbuds, the $10 earbuds from like the gas station and shit, because it has a mic built into it, plug into the PS4 controller. But I don't like the cord dangling, so I wrapped it around my mic, and then I keep my controller like that, and I just talk into it. So when I'm talking in the park and I'm talking shit, that's how I talk. But anyways, the big story. I don't like to talk politics like that, but this is one of the few times where politics and gaming collide. And it's a spooky time in America. That's all. Honestly, that's my input on this shit. It is a spooky time in fucking America. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting old. This shit making me paranoid, bro. Especially after seeing all these Red Scare movies, like fucking Red October and shit. I don't know. God damn, camera getting fucking whatever. It'll find its focus eventually. There we go. So for those of you unaware, China's taking over America. So this started with and we're gonna get to the gaming. This started with the NBA, believe it or not. So for those of you who don't follow sports, this was a pretty big deal in the last week in the NBA. So right now, the NBA season has just started. No, the NBA preseason at least. And this is an exciting time. I'm not gonna lie. If you don't know about basketball, it's an exciting time right now, bro. Because fucking the Warriors, they don't have KD anymore, and then Klay Thompson got injured, but they still got D'Angelo Russell and Steph Curry and DeAndre. What's the name? Green? What? I forgot his fucking name. Draymond Green. My bad. So they still have a decent team. But this is the first year and probably like the last 5 years for the NBA where it feels like the trophy or the running for the trophy is open. Anybody can win it. The Bucks can win it. The Sixers can win it. Fucking the Warriors can win it. Fucking Lakers, the Clippers. Freaking there's so many nice squads out, and it just feels like it's for the taking, so everybody's excited. That's one of the reasons why you didn't see anybody play for Team USA, because didn't nobody want to get injured, didn't nobody want to be tired for when the NBA season started, because the trophy is wide open for the taking now. It's no team that's like super fucking stacked this year. Competition is back in the NBA, and it's exciting. And then you got the storyline with Zion out there. He put up 29 points last night, hitting dunks and shit. And then they came back or whatever, but they played better when Zion was off the court, which was weird. But he still put up 29 points. Shit, crazy. Fucking, you got Ja Morant. Yo, listen, LaMelo Ball is balling right now, bro. If you have not been paying attention to Illawarra Hawks, he plays for the Illawarra Hawks. I cannot talk. The Illawarra Hawks. He plays for them in in Australia. That's like some small town in Australia or whatever. He's playing for them. He's getting rave reviews from like coaches and shit and scouts. They're saying that he's very humble. He's practicing really hard. He's working out. He's been balling out. I know y'all seen the clips of my man fucking. I'm about to get a LaMelo jersey. I know y'all seen the clips of my man breaking that dude's ankles twice, and then he threw the ooh up and that bum missed the fucking dunk. Whoever that was that missed the dunk, if you was trying to make it to the league, if you was trying to make it to the NBA, that was your chance to go viral. And you fumbled the bag. That's what we really need to talk about. What was that dude's name? You fumbled the bag when you missed that damn dunk, bro. But shout out to LaMelo Ball. He's balling. His NBA draft stock is going the fuck up because he's doing really good over there. And as like old boy likes to say in the NBL, the black dude, I forgot his name, but he's on the talk show, one of the main hosts. This ain't a cupcake league. The NBL league, I think they said it's like the third best league in the world or whatever. So it's a lot of NBA or ex-NBA players over there. But who also went over there is RJ Hampton. And originally I felt bad for RJ because how the fuck did we get on this topic? I don't know. I felt bad for RJ because he was the first to announce that he was going to the NBL. He was skipping college, and then LaMelo came behind him and kind of stole his thunder. But then it kind of cooled down, and it kind of seemed like, all right, well, RJ and LaMelo were there. We're gonna watch both. Can't wait to see them play. I'm not gonna lie, RJ, you got time to get better. I mean, he's only 18, he's a young kid, and he reclassified. From my understanding, he's supposed to be a senior this year, so he came out as a junior to play professional basketball basically. He's not looking good, man. He's not looking good. He's got time to grow. I see people shitting on him way too hard. I don't want to go too hard on him because he's a kid and he's always gonna get stronger, better decision making, but it is looking a little spooky for him right now. I'm not gonna lie. Freaking, what was it? And NBA, you guys need to do this more. This is really fucking dope. And this pertains to the story that I'm gonna get to the point. I'm gonna get to the point of what I was talking about originally. A lot of international games are going on, and the New Zealand Breakers, who play in the NBL, the Australian League, the New Zealand Breakers have RJ Hampton, and they played against Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. And Ja and the Grizz gave them boys the work. And I'm gonna be honest, I think Ja's probably gonna win Rookie of the Year. Everybody keeps talking about Zion because he has the hype. But if we're talking about who's the most NBA ready and who looks the most special, Ja Morant looks like he's gonna have a better career than me. That dude's looking nice, like he's gonna develop really well. He's just very poised on the court if you watch him. The Memphis Grizzlies gave them the New Zealand Breakers the work. And what makes it worse is it's the Memphis Grizzlies. Like, Ja's nice, but they're not winning anything this year. So and RJ Hampton went for like 1 for 8. So he's looking a little spooky, but that's beside the point. International games are being played in the preseason, which is really dope. NBA, I really hope that you guys consider keep doing that. There's a lot of Chinese teams coming over too that are playing, and what happened was, it was the general manager of the Houston Rockets. He said he stands with Hong Kong and he stands with democracy or whatever, which, I mean, I'm gonna be real. I stand from a democracy too. Freedom's cool. You know, I like to be able to record this podcast and say whatever the fuck I want. And China didn't like that, because for those of you unaware, there's a whole situation going on over there in Hong Kong. They're protesting. From my understanding from a video that I watched, there was some type of so Hong Kong belongs to China, and it's like a subsidiary or some shit like that. I don't know what the word it is I'm looking for, but the way that it works is China has its own separate government and Hong Kong had its own separate government. But Hong Kong was always technically part of China, but I think it was a British colony, and when Britain gave it back, they signed a 99-year deal where like Hong Kong would be a democracy, basically upkeeping the ideas of like Britain. But once that treaty was up, I think China had the right to take them back and make them a communist state. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not trying to spread for information. I'm not saying I'm 100% sure. Just from what I've watched and I read, I'm like 95% sure that's what it was. There was a 99-year deal, and that deal is about to expire, and I think China's trying to absorb Hong Kong back, I believe, or something like that. And it's causing a lot of unrest because, I mean, if you think about it, for 100 years Hong Kong has been a democracy. They've been their own thing, and that's like 2-3 generations of families, and they don't want to be a communist state. They don't want to be part of the big brother shit or whatever. So there's a lot of protests going on over there. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I'm like 95% sure. Long story short, the general manager of the Houston Rockets said he stands with Hong Kong. He stands for democracy. And China did not like that shit. And mind you, China, there's like 3 Chinese teams over here in the States that are playing preseason games against the NBA. And to make matters worse, there are teams over there. There are teams over that are supposed to go over to China and play some Chinese teams. And I'm not gonna lie, like I was sitting back watching this shit. I was like, the NBA should consider pulling our brothers back. Cause like that shit is low key. It could get spooky. It could get dangerous. Like I just don't want no type of altercation to break out from this, man. Like it's been a time of peace for a long time, and it's like I would hate for some dumb shit to pop off over some NBA basketball. But yeah, China don't like the fact that niggas is talking about democracy. They do not like that shit. And then basically the Houston Rockets, the CEO, he threw the general manager under the bus and made him apologize publicly. And then to make matters worse, how this relates to gaming is literally like 2 days after this NBA shit happened, freaking a player for the Hong Kong Hearthstone team, he said that he stands with Hong Kong and he stands with democracy, all that shit. He's a protester. Excuse me, burped in y'all ear and shit. Y'all like that? He said that he stands with Hong Kong, support Hong Kong and all this other shit. And freaking the Blizzard basically, so the dude who's on the Hong Kong Hearthstone team, he won the recent like online tournament or whatever, and he won a bunch of prize money. Blizzard took away his prize money, and they took away his status as like champion, and they suspended him for a year from competitive Hearthstone play because basically he was protesting China or whatever. So, and then to make matters worse, what was it? What's the show? South Park, they came out with an episode literally, and it was actually really creepy. It was an episode the day before the NBA stuff happened. South Park came out with an episode basically talking about China and how much they own American businesses and shit like that. And they had like fucking what was it, the Beard Freaking James Harden on the episode talking about how much he loves it. It was all just kind of creepy, the sense of timing or whatever. But if anything, I think what I can take out of this story is it sucks what's going on, but also it's really fucking creepy, and I advise everybody to start paying attention to how much fucking China owns. And I learned that China owns a big chunk of the fucking NBA, bro. Apparently, they have something called NBA. They couldn't do the broadcasting from the States to China for very business reasons. So then the commissioner at the time, not the current one, but the last one, he created NBA China, and then he gave exclusive broadcasting rights to China. And right now they have a 5-year, $1.5 billion deal, plus merchandising and all that other stuff, ticket sales and stuff like that, towards China. So basically a big chunk of money. Part of the reason we've seen such a big explosion in the NBA popularity is the Chinese market. The Chinese people love basketball. Like they were saying that like in China they don't have Twitter because of censorship. They have something called Weibo. It's their version of it. And they were saying the NBA Weibo has more followers than NBA's Twitter. I think, and I was like, that's crazy, bro. Like technically NBA is bigger over in China than it is over in the States. And that's not because I think they love basketball as much. Like basketball is an American thing. Niggas is coming to dunk on you, bro. It's an American thing, but I think it's more so it's a numbers thing. In China, they have like 2 billion people and growing. And then they recently got rid of the 1 kid rule, and now you can have 2 kids. Like I think that was like back in 2015 or something like that. So it just fucking sucks. And like that's the thing that scares me the most. Like they own a big portion of the NBA, and that's why the Houston Rockets threw the general manager under the bus. Everybody's condemning him and shit like that. You got like fans that were showing up to some of these preseason games talking about free Hong Kong and all this shit. There's protests going on in the game. If you don't follow sports, if you don't follow esports like Blizzard and shit, really pay attention to this story, because some shit could fucking pop off. And it low-key makes me nervous, and it high-key makes me nervous how much China has invested in a lot of our business. Like a lot of people don't know, China owns TikTok. For those of you unaware, newsflash, I was talking about this on my stream. I think I had like 700 people on my stream, twitch.tv/theblack Hokage, follow me. And like the majority of the people in the chat, they didn't know that TikTok is a Chinese owned company. I think it's Tencent that owns them. Tencent also owns the broadcasting rights to the NBA too. And the reason I know is I did research on them, but then also what confirmed it is TikTok. I'll give a little inside story. TikTok was trying to pay me. They was trying to throw a bag to me to come basically post content on TikTok, but the bag wasn't big enough for me to go over there because I wanted promotion. I was like, yo, I'm willing to take less money if you guys can guarantee me the algorithm is going to favor me, but they didn't want to do that or whatever. And I'm not going to just take a bag and post some clips and get 50 views or whatever and look stupid. Like I want growth, basically. I want some long-term money. But yeah, China owns TikTok. China owns a large portion of the NBA. And I guess Blizzard don't got no damn backbone because they just suspended this dude for a fucking year. This shit is fucking crazy. The shit is fucking crazy. All I can say is pay attention to it. I don't want to spread too much false information with this whole politics and shit like that. That's all I got to say on it. I'm paranoid, and pay attention. I advise for those of you who have not been paying attention, start paying attention because the shit's getting kind of spooky.
Hey, thanks for watching my video. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you'll never miss another video. Also consider pledging my Patreon. It helps keep the lights on. There's a link in the description box below. Peace.